I'm Dana Denhun. This is Art Fair Close-Up 2019. I'm here with Mick Whitcomb. He's a mixed media artist in the original Art Fair. So Mick, why don't you tell me a little bit about what we're seeing here? It's very steampunk.
Yes, aesthetically very similar to what you typically expect with the whole steampunk movement. But these are all light fixtures made from different innovations from the 19th century. I kind of seek out mechanical and scientific innovations that mold modern culture, and then in an interest of preserving relevance for those objects, I convert them into light fixtures using technologies from that time period.
Oh, so you're using old-time technology to create the light, the
Yes.
actual electricity in them.
Yep. They're all modern UL-listed reproductions of either Edison or Tesla's original patent applications for the incandescent bulb. But things like the sockets that we use, those are exact reproductions of sockets taken off of 19th century chandeliers. The bulbs are reproductions of Edison and Tesla's patents for the early incandescent bulb.
What is your background in?
Nothing having anything to do with this. I went to school for business, and ironically enough, after I got out of college, my wife and I were in Indonesia making surfboards, and that's what originally exposed us to the manufacturing side of things. And then a later growth from clothing, jewelry, leather products that we were designing and manufacturing out there. This was kind of a locally sourced product line that we were making from architectural and industrial salvage, and eventually it grew from what was surfboards to light fixtures made from innovations of the past. So, figure that
Yeah,
out.
it just seems very complicated. So I thought maybe you'd have some science background to be doing the electricity aspect of it, or.
No, that in terms of the craft of it, that grew out of our manufacturing out east. So it started with furniture, lighting, and housewares that we were making, and then while it was all commercially manufactured products that we were selling through retail stores, that's where I was exposed to the craft in terms of the electric conversions. But in terms of the theme of it, that grew out of my collections of mainly scientific innovations of the past. I've always had an interest in the growth from the simple microscope to the compound microscope and what that allowed for in terms of modern medicine and engineering instruments like the theodolites and transits and alidades and things along those lines.
So some of this, it kind of started, you had some stuff in your house, like you were collecting
Yeah.
old things that
Yeah.
you sort of then were like, ding, the light bulb went off.
Basically, yeah. I mean, it's kind of the age-old story to where you have enough of this stuff, and you either have to stop buying things that you don't need, or you have to figure out something to do with them. And no self-respecting man wants to stop buying things he doesn't need, so we put light bulbs on them.
So do you have a hard time finding stuff, or you know where to get your things from to create these?
I mean, a bit of both. I've been doing this specifically for about 10 years, so I have a stronger supply chain than, probably anybody I've ever met in this industry. And, we seek out the objects that we build from museums that are DSS and pieces out of their collections, collectors, dealers, auctions. We go, all over the world sourcing the base materials. So we find them in every way possible. But I kind of pride myself in building from the most significant innovations of the past and some of the rarest innovations of the past. So trying to find, 18th century alidades or something like what you see here is a 1780 Mariner's octant. And to think that that was made within a decade of us becoming a country just kind of shows how rare they are. You never find nearly enough, but I find more than most.
What about the light bulbs? If we buy one of these, we'll be able to find light bulbs to replace it?
Yes, probably not through Lowe's, but we replace all the bulbs at wholesale cost. You can order all of these through our website. We don't sell anything that we do artistically online. We just sell those at the actual physical shows themselves. But whenever you are ready for a replacement light bulb, which is usually 3, 4, 5 years, we replace the bulbs at wholesale cost, which is typically less than people typically expect. They're all between $3 and $7.
Well, and if you're saying it takes 3 to 5 years, I mean, what's $7 every 3
Yeah.
to 5 years? That's nothing.
Yep.
So what is the website?
The website's artifactsbynomad.com.
So they can see the work there. They can't buy it there, but they can kind of find out where you're going to be.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can get a rough idea of what it is that we do. There's a few photos on there, and then you've got the artist statement. You can see where we'll be in terms of what shows we'll be at.
All right, thanks, Mick.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
That's it for this year's 2019 Art Fair.